What's up, Phoenicians? How you guys doing? What's going on, Phoenicians? Today, I'm gonna offend a bunch of people today. Or at least, not the people here in Japan, but people back in the United States. Particularly social justice warriors. You might be wondering why I'm wearing the summer kimono called the Yukata. That's what this thing is. Well, if you haven't heard in the news recently, there was a museum in Boston. I think it was the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. They had a display of a woman wearing a kimono. I think she was a white woman wearing a kimono. It was a painting. And I don't know the details. I'll leave a link in the description if I can find it. And a bunch of Asian studies majors in the United States got pissed off, and the PC police went everywhere. They called it racist. They called it imperialist. And what's worse is they were mostly protesting for the guests, the foreigner guests, if you will, the white people wearing the kimono, and they were calling it racist, imperialist. Rachel and June did an excellent video on this yesterday. I'm gonna link their video down below in the description. It was an excellent video. Rachel's husband June talked about the issue and his opinion on foreigners wearing kimono. So I got kind of inspired by that. So today I brought my camera to Sophia University and I asked a bunch of my friends what they think about it. So here we go. What's going on, Phoenicians? I am at Sophia University today and we're gonna ask some Japanese people what they think about foreigners wearing kimono. And then afterwards I'm gonna ask them their opinion on the Boston Museum issue. So let's get right to it. Alright, so state your name.
My name is Naoki.
Okay, I'm Sachiko.
My name is Miku.
Kyosuke. I'm Kyosuke.
What do you think when you see a foreigner wearing a kimono? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? 外国人が着物を着たらどう思うですか?
Well, I don't think it's either good or bad. It's their choice. And if they're in Japan, like if they want to enjoy Japanese culture, why not?
I think they're very cute because I don't know why, but it's just being very good. Well, it's just a mixture of foreign culture and the Japanese culture, which is very good.
It's okay and it's pretty.
It's pretty?
Pretty.
留学生が着物着たら、なんだろう、日本に興味を持ってくれてるのかなっていうふうに。
そうですね。Like, let's say you're in America and you saw someone wearing a kimono. Now, what if you saw, at a culture festival, a foreigner wearing a kimono? Like, let's say you're in America. Do you think that's a good thing or do you think that's a bad thing?
Depends on where in America. If it's Hawaii or California, Washington, one of those areas with lots of Japanese Americans, it probably would be normal.
What about a culture festival or a museum or something like that where there's a Japanese artifact or Japanese culture? Do you think it's acceptable for a foreigner to wear kimono or yukata?
If it's about Japanese culture, then it's completely acceptable.
I think it's very great because American people also get to know Japan or Japanese culture, and then also they'll appreciate it.
I think that's good. And I get kind of pleased or kind of happy.
これはいいと思う。やっぱ日本人として日本に興味持ってくれる留学生とか海外の人は、やっぱ日本人として嬉しいから。そうですね。来てくれて嬉しい。
What about just everyday life? Now, what about if the foreigner is just trying on or wearing a kimono just to try it on or to wear it? Like just trying on, taking a picture with it. You still think that is it good or bad thing?
In Japan or America?
It doesn't really matter. Either way.
Well, if there's somewhere where Japanese traditional life is really commonplace, like in the rural parts of Japan, or maybe in certain villages in Hawaii, maybe it'll be natural. Like it's their freedom of choice, but if people think it's outdated, it's their fault.
It's a good thing.
Foreigner in general, just trying on the kimono.
まあ別にあんま考えたことないけど。
問題じゃないと思う。
問題じゃないけど。まあ別にグッズだね。
そうですね。
日本でも、常にいろんな人が着物を着てるわけじゃないから。
そうですね。
多分だから日本人が着物を着てたとしても、写真撮る人いると思うし、それが別に海外の人でも、写真撮っても別に OK だと思う。美しいから。
いいですね。Now, the reason I ask you this is because recently there was a protest at a museum in Boston, the Boston Museum of Fine Arts. There is a display that has a painting of a white woman wearing a kimono, and they encouraged guests to dress up in the kimono that they provided and have their picture taken. でもアジアアメリカンのコミュニティは それは人種差別と言いまして、some of the organizers received complaints, especially from the Asian American community, saying that it was racist or imperialist. そういうエキシビションは人種差別と思いますか？
I think it's perfectly fine. If they're at an exhibit about Japanese culture and they wanna like, wear Japanese clothing, it's their choice. And it's about Japanese culture, so it's relevant. So why complain about that? Were those Asian Americans, Japanese Americans?
I think they were just Asian Americans in general. Like they were probably Japanese or Japanese Americans, Chinese Americans.
If they were Japanese Americans, I don't think they have the right to like judge because kimonos are Japanese, so only Japanese and Japanese Americans and other people with Japanese ancestry have the right to be offended.
But you don't think it's racist for someone to do that, dress up in a kimono in front of a painting?
Nope.
I see. Do you think that's the
I
case?
don't think it's a racist at all. Like the painter also appreciates the culture and he's very interested in it, right?
Yeah.
And also, do you know Katy Perry?
Yeah.
Performance wearing Japanese kimono and stuff. And some people say it's a very racist thing, especially like Asian American community say that, but I don't think so personally.
Kind of racist.
Why is it racist? Do you think it's...
I think you're free to whatever you belong.
It's a display for Japanese culture, and they're encouraging the guests to try a piece of Japanese culture.
I don't know.
Kind of difficult. I see you.
I don't know why it is racism.
You don't know why? Yeah, I don't know why either. そう、人種差別と思ってないの？
差別だとは思わない。
思わないね。そうですね。面白いですね。Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's what I wanted to ask. Okay, so thank you anyway. Thank you very much. ありがとうございます。As you can see, Japanese people are very supportive of the fact that their cultural products such as this are being exported and being appreciated abroad. Designs that are inspired by kimono are highly celebrated here. Like Katy Perry wore a kimono design, and the social justice warriors, the Asian American community got pissed off, but the Japanese loved it. They were like, oh my god, this is amazing, it's our culture! And she's using it as her own design. And here's the thing, if you're white and you're wearing a yukata or a kimono, that's actually a great thing here in Japan. This thing was... nobody bought it for me. I bought it with my own money, but this was picked out by my friend. She picked it out for me. She said it would be the perfect design for me. I've had this thing for 4 years. I wear it at culture festivals in the United States. I wear it at the festivals and the matsuri and the fireworks here in Japan. Nobody calls me racist. In fact, if I don't wear a yukata to a festival, sometimes they ask, hey, where's your yukata? Your yukata is so cool. I proudly own this thing. And like I said, when I'm back in the United States and if I go to a culture festival, I always wear this thing. Because it is art. It is an art form that should be appreciated, not just by Japanese, but by everybody. That's the thing about yukata, kimono, Japanese, Asian things. And that's also one of the cool things about Cool Japan. They actually want people to do this type of stuff. So for you social justice warriors back in the United States getting pissed off, getting offended by this, you should know that you're actually doing more harm than good. You're harming an actual campaign by a government to spread their culture abroad, to spread the kimono culture abroad, to spread the ideas, the influences of Japanese culture. That's what the Japanese government's trying to do with the Cool Japan campaign. That's why these yukatas are really inexpensive. I got this thing for $20 back in, I got it like 4 years ago for $20. And you can get yukata, you can get really nice kimono for a very nice price these days. And that's what they keep promoting the tourists to. They're like, hey, you're here? Buy a kimono! Bring it back to the United States! Go to culture festivals, wear it, show it off! Sure, yes. If you buy something Japanese, you want to learn about the history and culture behind it, right? There's a long line of history behind kimonos in Japan. And like Kyosuke said, many Japanese don't even know this history. But if you learn about the history, if you learn appreciation for the kimono, and don't think it's a racist thing, you're actually doing something really good. So that's what I wanted to say in regards to that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please hit that like button. Check out the links below in the description. And that's all I have to show you guys. If you want me to wear this more often, I'm gonna go to a few festivals this summer. I'll wear this yukata for you guys. So this is a lot of fun to wear. It's a little bit hot though. And if you're offended by any of this, scroll back a bit and look at the interviews. Okay? Japanese people really appreciate this kind of stuff. So that's all I wanted to say. Take it easy, Phoenicians. If you're wondering, this is the obi. I think you're supposed to wear left side over right. If I'm incorrect, please correct me. And for girls, the sleeves are actually quite long, and it's the longer sleeve for women indicates not married, and the shorter sleeve means married. And all men have this standard size. And this is for kimono and yukata, I believe. So this is standard size, and these are actually really useful. I can put my wallet in here. See? Alright, take it easy, Phoenicians.
When once was a lad of 22, I fell upon my way. My life devoid of meaning, and my conscience led astray. Till a wise man took me by the hand and said, lad, you're in luck. The only way to salvation lies in the palace of Alamazia.